back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black.
Tonight, from Mexico City, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. The Buffalo Bills taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Throwing on first down. Banks. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Banks. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Banks. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Banks. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. Banks. Now they go screen. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's complete to Pierce.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Running straight ahead, Taylor. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Mark, 2021 is the season Jonathan Taylor arrived as one of the best backs in the NFL. He became the first Colt to ever win the running back triple crown, leading the league in carries, yards, and touchdowns. He didn't stop there, also leading in first downs, runs of 20-plus yards, and he had the longest run of the NFL season. Simply put, Taylor was the league's best at what he does by almost every possible metric. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 64 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Singletary again. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Banks. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Back deep for the Colts, Nyheim Hines. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Indy set to go on offense once more. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. 7-7, our score after 1. Field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
2nd and 3. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Colts! Harris Campbell from 8 yards out. And the Colts have moved out in front. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Blankenship out for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. And now out come the Bills. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Banks. Finding Knox there, complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back to throw. Banks. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Banks. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Banks. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Banks. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Singletary, they'll go up the middle, and he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. They go right back to Singletary. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. So the pass goes out of bounds, but he was not outside of the tackle box when he threw that. He's got to be careful.
You and I both know if it's even close, they're going to give it to the quarterback. They don't want to throw that flag unnecessarily. So if you're just in the area, you're going to be okay.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw on 3rd down, Banks. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The kick by Bass is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. Here's
the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. taken at about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
And there's a first down catch for Paris Campbell. What a welcome sign for Colts fans who've been waiting for this guy's eventual breakout. Came into the league as a second rounder in 2019 with almost 4.2 speed. Injuries, they've limited him to 15 games in 3 seasons, but the Colts still believe there's a star burner in there if he can stay out there for 17 games.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll drop to throw.
Quick slant caught by Pierce. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Campbell.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. He'll drop to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll set up a throw.
Finding Pierce on the crossing route.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
To the sideline and finding his man, it's Campbell.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Mo Alley-Cox, as the first half is winding down. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? And which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, He wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the handoff, Taylor running right through him. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly. But that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. He'll look to throw.
Slant pass hauled in by Campbell.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now a give to Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Rodrigo Blankenship and the Colts field goal unit comes on.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
On first down, Banks. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Banks. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Banks. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. They'll run on first down with Singletary.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Banks. Caught right side, Davis.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Banks. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Back to throw. Banks.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for this with Singletary. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another first down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Singletary. Twisting his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
He's got it, and it's 24-17. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. It's the former Buckeye Paris Campbell out with the rest of the offense here.
Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now back to throw.
And he'll find Pittman.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
So not only do they get the completion and the conversion there on 3rd down, but tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Yeah, they had the first down anyway, had that in their hip pocket, but now with that penalty yardage, that turns out to be a pretty big play.
It's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They're going to look to throw.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. The Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Off play action. Banks.
Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Banks. Getting the football to Davis on an out route. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. Banks. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards down to the 15 and a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Back to throw. Banks. Oh, no, he lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He was trying to find Mo Alley Cox as tight end, and that'll bring up second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the handoff, this is Taylor. Powering forward. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down, it's Taylor. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll look to throw.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. They'll set up to throw.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth-quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
So it's a win here for the Colts, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, he really had a great night throwing the football. 3 touchdown passes. He was totally locked in. He was precise, and really willed his guys to the victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.